This is Josiah Plays Masquerada, Songs and Shadows. We've just had our first encounter with Beneva, the matron, the evil matron, who's doing terrible things to the poor women that she's supposed to be helping. And she ran off, and now we're gonna chase her and defeat her, hopefully. Withering Mass Nursery. Oh, what's she gonna do to the babies? Another raw masquerine. Nice.
A final chance, Inspitore. Turn and leave, and the blood of the innocent needn't be on your hands.
I will not let willful ignorance cost the people of this Bonko their lives, Beneva.
Oh, you interfering will do far worse than that, I assure you.
Beneva, please!
Enough!
Now she's
If
threatening
talk
us.
will not turn you away, then perhaps action will.
This looks like a more proper boss fight room. Like, this is where you're supposed to really fight the boss. Just fighting her in that hallway wasn't nearly epic enough. Alright, a clarion and a swab. Alright, let's decide how we're gonna do this. We're gonna innervate. We're gonna drop some assholes. We're gonna void some fools. We're gonna bellow some fools that we voided. She's going in. Let's get on that clarion. Meanwhile, let's get some tinder wisps going. Oh, he's like stunned or something. Cicero. Wait. Cicero, I need you to move out of there. You too. I need him. Is he still stuck in some bullshit? He's still stuck in some bullshit. Okay. Fine. Cicero. We're gonna wreck up on this swab. Let's pose some people in. Void some fools. Now bellow some fools. Take it over here. Cadence. Get these going. We're doing okay, we're doing okay. Meteor storm! We took that guy down. Let's go after the Clarion now. Oh, he just got out of that just in time. Let's do this to him. Let's do this to here. Keep her busy with some fire dudes. This is actually pretty easy so far. I mean, we've barely hurt the boss, but the other two went down pretty easy. Cadence, my friends. I love that cadence. We'll bellow. We'll earth shard. Move around behind and flank. We'll quick strike. We'll wind burst.
No!
We beat her.
You will see what you have cost them.
Wait, she's gonna run away and make me fight her again? That's rude! That is so rude. Learn when you're beaten, woman! Like a proper boss. Do not let me fight you, then beat you, then you run away, then I fight you and beat you and you run away. Now I gotta fight you a third time. It's very rude. Alright. She better not be doing nothing fucked up to those kids. Yeah, we got us a cat act here.
You have lost, Beneva. Stand down and let the people of this Banco go.
This is Umber, Inspitore. Nothing is lost until death, and little is gained without it. I'm ready.
Well, oh, now she's got a proper boss hit point bar. Oh no, and she's alone in here. That does not bode well. That bodes badly. What is she doing over there? Why is she... She's ice tombing that baby! She's ignoring us to kill a baby! Wait a minute, I need to go attack that ice tomb, don't I? Otherwise that baby's gonna die. I think that's really what I need to do right now. Alright, we stopped the ice tomb. Hopefully we saved the baby. Oh, I fucked up my fissure. What's she doing now? What's she doing now? We run out. What's she doing now? She's ice tombing another baby! I'm a day I get over there and handle that. Stay on her. She's literally killing babies. She's killing babies instead of fighting us. What a horrible human being! She's like, I know these guys are trying to kill me. Fuck it, I'm not even gonna fight back. I'm just gonna put all my attention onto killing babies instead. What is wrong with you, lady? The fuck is wrong with you? Seriously. Meteor swarm, come on. Kill this thing. Alright, Amadea, I think, saved the baby. Oh, we're standing in some bullshit, aren't we? Alright. She's not putting up much of a fight, other than trying to kill babies. Like, she's really not doing shit to us. Of course, look how much we've done to her. Like, she's very tough. We've been fighting her like a crazy person for 20 minutes here. Well, it hasn't been 20 minutes, but... Oh, she's ice tubing another baby. Amadea, get on that. Actually, quickly cast Innervate. Now get on that. Vasco da Gama. She hasn't moved. She also doesn't move. Alright, we saved the baby, I think. Oh, there's another ice tomb over there. Go, 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 go. She saved the baby yet? Baby saved. Any other babies in ice tombs? No? Okay. We've almost got her now. Got another baby. Oh, we got two babies in ice tombs. Fine. Cicero and Amadea will both go to ice tombs. Vasco da Gama, keep attacking her. Any other babies in ice tombs equals not a sentence you hear every day. I can't believe they made a baby killing boss. It's pretty fucked up. Alright. Oh, now all the babies are in ice tombs. Alright, no more bullshit. Amadea, get on that. Cicero, get on that. Vasco, get on that. Get on the next one. Vasco, get on that one. No, that one. You get on that one. She put all the babies in ice tombs. How fucked up is that? Alright, cool. All the babies are broken out of ice tombs. This woman is fucking mean. This is a mean, spiteful human being right here. She is not nice. Oh, she can finally summon the Kilgan! Oh, we just summoned some Kilgan, son! And they're gonna Kilgan ya. Alright, we're kicking this woman's ass. Now. Now we're kicking her ass. I think she's done putting babies in ice tombs, which is the good news. We got her. I love how these two are like having dueling instrument battle. She's playing her little whatever the hell she's got there. She's got her little horn thing, she's playing it at him, he's playing his thing at her. It's like a battle of the bands up in here. We win! I hope we saved all the babies.
You...
The mechanisms of a contract, Beneva.
The Laboris are fools. They think to take everything into their own hands, but you have seen through their ideals. You know why this place exists.
I am not here for your justifications. Goodbye, Beneva.
Oh, I got some skill points. Did I save all the babies?
Sasha!
I think I saved all the babies.
Take it in. We owe it to you.
Please, Sable. If it hadn't been for you...
Stop it, Cicero. You know where the true credit lies.
Looks like they're leaving.
Goodbye, Inspitore.
Goodbye.
Well, we got reading to do. Alright, the second one about Sable. And so she leaves, her life changed. It's a concept that I'd long abandoned, that we are actors of change in this world. The past 5 years I've spent swaying to the winds of the world, bending to them, never standing on my own 2 feet. But now I've dipped my fingers in the stream. I've cut the winds instead of letting them lead me, and I am reminded that I can. I look down at my fingers and I see the fingers of someone who might be able to make a difference, no matter how small. It isn't the worst feeling. He's starting to feel good about being a hero. Oh, and Beneva as well. The corrupting potential of power can never be underestimated. No heart, no matter how bright, is safe from its reach. I would wager even that those put in places of trust and authority have a far easier time losing themselves to its influence than those who are not. Matron Beneva of the Sorelle del Mar is a prime example. Having been left to care for the underprivileged and the abused who could do nothing to stop her, the temptation to take a shortcut to power was strong for the matron. It is unsurprising that she gave in to the enticement. Unfortunately for the matron, however, her fortune, as it were, was not to last. The city might be a dark place, but it is still a place with rules, however twisted they may be. The Laboris put a contract on her head for her attempts at flouting the rules of the city, as defined by the Purple Guild, and her life came to an end soon after, putting a stop to the abuse of the women under her care. That's good. I finally feel like I did something legitimately good. And I got some skill points, which is great. So what do I want to upgrade next on old Cicero here? Strike range. Eviction sounds nice. Fireball speed sounds nice. And an additional fireball. Additional familiar. Oh, I like this. I want an extra sword guy. Okay. Alden. Avicier 2. Speed, duration, and number of times. Oh, that sounds good. Let's get that. Atmos Ring 2. Tiziana. Oh, casting arc. We'll get that. Amadea. Rock me, Amadea. Trail of Fiery Earth is good. Oh, let's put Earth Tag on the Flint Bolt. Yeah. Oh, and I got another point? Okay, let's also get... Maximum Focus. And Vasco. Air Tag on Void would be really good. Air Tag on Bellow would be really good. Let's go Air Tag on Void. And let's go... Reduce skill cooldowns. Okay, good. We spent some points. We've upgraded. We defeated the evil matron. Ages, how could this have happened? Now they're shocked by what went down. How did nobody know? If she's literally running a brothel out of this place, how does nobody know that? Oh look, it's a home, it's a shelter for single mothers, for underprivileged single mothers. What a nice place. Yeah, but why do all these wealthy patrons keep showing up there? And
Leaving so soon?
Zelia,
A good thing you did today.
what are you doing here?
Keeping an eye on my wards, of course. And the people who interfere with them.
she's got
I
a
am
cool
the
hat.
head matron of the Sorelli, lest you've forgotten.
And you let this pass?
I did not encourage it, certainly. But Beniva had her uses, though even she was not aware of my guilt.
She knew about it?
But
Oh
yet
hell
you seem
no.
to care none that Beniva is now gone.
In the city, those who cannot learn to ride the tides of change will quickly drown beneath their foam. A few letters of appreciation to both the Laboris and the Registry for rooting out the rotten flesh. A promise from one of the lesser matrons that she will take care of this ward better than Beneva. In the grand scheme, there is little that is lost from the late matron's departure.
What is this about, Zelia? Surely you didn't stop me to remind me of the Dance of Shadows.
It's come to my knowledge that you're traveling with one of my mariners.
What of it?
Are you aware that he is in charge of an orphanage?
He mentioned it briefly before.
Today a songstress came by asking for him.
Olana.
She's asked for his place of residence, invoking her authority as songstress to claim the knowledge. We told her about the sail heart.
You want me to tell him?
If you could be so kind. I have a feeling this might be something he'd want to know.
I'll see to it that he does.
Thank you, Inspectore. Now, I best be off. The events here have clearly taken care of themselves. Until next time, Cicero.
Let's get back. I have news for the mariner.
Oh, more, readable. So, alright, Calden. Apparently he runs an orphanage called the Sailheart, right? He might have mentioned it before, but I didn't remember that. He runs an orphanage. That's pretty awesome. He's a really good guy. Although I think he still has some secrets that we don't know about, that maybe he's, you know, got some shit going down with him that could be bad. I am unsure whether to find it surprising or not that in a city full of shadows, secrets have an uncanny way of bubbling up and finding the light, no matter how deep they've been buried. Zelia has approached me and requested I deliver a message to Calden about Orlana, the songstress we met at the Hall of Songs, with whom he so clearly has a history. I am eager to deliver the message. Perhaps this will finally lead me to the answers I've been so curious to find. You know, I really like this game. I really like the storytelling, the setting, especially, and the characters, and the dialogue and everything, the voice acting. I like all of that. It's really good. But I wish you could make some choices. I mean, that's the one thing that's missing from this game. And the combat's fun. I like their combat system as well. I've got no complaints about that. The one thing that's missing from this game, in my opinion, is the ability to make choices. You don't get to make any choices in dialogue. You don't get to make any decisions about what's going to happen, about what to do or not to do. You know, who lives, who dies, whether to take a mission or not take a mission, whatever. You get no decisions. And that's the one thing that's missing from this game that would make it truly excellent, I think. I hope that if they make another game, that they invest a little bit more into it in terms of branching narrative. Maybe dialogue options. I love dialogue options. Or even if not dialogue options, at least some certain decision points in the game where you have to say yes or no about something, you know. I think if I let babies die in the ice tombs, it definitely would have had a different result. I hope that's true. Otherwise, you know, what's the point of her putting the babies in the ice tombs? I think there would have been a different result, but it still would have mostly been the same. It would have been just like, people would have been mad. Like, oh, you let the babies die. That sucks. Oh, the poor babies. Why did you let the babies die? And then we would have gone on with the rest of the story from there. And I didn't want people complaining about me letting babies die. But here's the deal. This woman, though. This woman, the head... So these are the heads of the guild, Symor. This is the head of the Cacciatori. This is the head of the Gold Guild, the Luca. And this is now the head of the Blue Guild. She knew about this. She knew about what Beneva was doing, and she let it go. She said she didn't encourage it. Yeah, but she didn't stop it either. That puts her in the same boat, in my opinion. If you have the power to stop something, if you are literally the direct superior of somebody, and that person is doing horrible, evil shit, and you can just tell them to stop, and you choose not to, then you're complicit in that shit, as far as I'm concerned. So I do not have any respect for this Zelia whatsoever. She's on my shit list. There is a place for soft hearts in this world, but it is not at the apex of hierarchies. Zelia Delador might be the leader of the Blue Guild, but the compassion that she holds within her breast is markedly different from those of her subordinates. Hers is a calculated one, and not one that is given freely. I do not blame her for adopting such tempered virtue, however. Likely, if her heart had been any less steeled, the Sorelli would not be nearly as strong as they currently are. It is enough for me that she does not chase power for the sake of it, as some of the other members of the Crown do. Instead, Zelia strives for power only so that those under her have a chance at a better life in this world. Yeah, I mean, even if she's doing a lot of good stuff, though, still, that shit was straight up evil, and it was not okay. Anybody that knew about that should have stopped it. And the fact that the Purple Guild put a contract down on her to stop it makes the Purple Guild a lot better to me. They have my respect for that. If they're taking care of business street justice style, and they're stopping people from doing evil shit, then I think they're cool. I'm good with that. All right, let's go back to the carriage. I got a new mask. Oh, it's a new mask for Vasco. Call Lightning. Oh, that sounds way better than what he... Oh, yes! We'll be using that one. Yes, we will. Yes, we fucking will. Token Affinity, Shroud, Call Lightning. Yeah, we'll be using Call Lightning. What's up, twinsies? I like that I can just go to the training room now whenever the hell I want, whenever I come back here. Let's check out our new ink. So we didn't get any new engravings, but we got a new ink. 15% movement speed for 3 seconds. Or restore 2% mask charge. Movement speed, huh? I don't care that much about movement speed, really. I'd rather have the mask charge. I'm gonna leave everybody with dual Sil Gonzo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. There's 7 more engravings to find. This game has got a lot more to it. A lot more to it. And there were 7 more inks to find, too. So there's a total of 8 inks and a total of 8 engravings. Yeah, we're gonna leave everybody with Dusil Gonzo. I don't feel like I need to go to the training room right now, so... in we go.
And you are certain that it's true?
The messenger that delivered it was trustworthy, yes.
I need to go.
What is it?
Earlier this day, you offered to listen to my burdens.
That offer still stands.
You should follow me. But you alone.
Okay, no problem. Everybody's gonna go... She's gonna stand around and look at the menu. They're chilling back there. She's sitting on the couch just brooding. There's... what's her name? Livia? Ben's wife. Vasco's just chilling up here at the table by himself. So it was interesting in the beginning. Oh, Livia, more about the wife, huh? Just randomly. The success of the Leaping Lion can be attributed in large part to Livia. Yes, Leventhos' hard work and dedication to building up the tavern was paramount, but it was Livia's fine taste that truly brought in the customers. When Livia met her future husband, it had been under unusual circumstances. Livian's then-partner had come to the Leaping Lion for a drink, and she'd followed along. Little did she expect the night to turn out as it did. The man that she came with, his name is of little importance in the narrative, had just returned from a long voyage out at sea and desperately needed a drink. So he had a dozen, and ended up wrecking the lion. He was a burly man, and though Leventhos tried desperately to convince him to leave, the man was not one to be persuaded. In fact, all Ven's prodding and prompting did was annoy the man, who proceeded to make it his mission to overturn every piece of furniture in the tavern. What a dick. When his destructive spree had finally ended, the man stormed off, so inebriated that he forgot that he'd come with company. Livia, seeing the destruction and feeling sorry for Ven, offered to stay and give advice on the reconstruction. She'd noticed quite a few areas with the potential to be polished. Ven agreed, and the Leaping Lion endured a makeover that attracted patrons in great numbers after. That's nice. That's a cool way that they met. And the rest, as they say, is history. Bum, bum, bum. So is it just gonna be my buddy Calden and I going off on a little mission now? Just like in the beginning of the game. So it was interesting, when I started the game, well, not when I started the game, when I got to the point in the game when you get your mask for the first time, you have to choose your element, and it gives you a choice, you know, of the 4 elements, and I chose fire. And I remember thinking that since you could get all these other masks, that maybe you'd get masks of different elements, and you could have all the different elements during the game. But obviously that's not the case, as all my masks are fire related. So now I kind of realized that when you choose your element in the beginning, well, not quite the beginning, but near the beginning of the game, when you choose your element, you're basically choosing your class. That's essentially like your class, because each element has, you know, completely different powers. So I chose to be the fire class, basically. And then, you know, you could choose a different thing, a different time you played through it or something, to have different powers. And, like, even though Tiziana is also fire, she doesn't have all the same powers as me. She has a couple of the same powers as me, but most of her powers are different from mine, and most of my powers are different from hers. I think out of the 6 powers, she has 2 that are the same as me, and 4 that are different. So probably, if I had chosen water, I might have 2 of the same powers as Calden, and 4 that are different. If I'd chosen air, I might have 2 of the same powers that Vasco has, and 4 that were different. Probably. That's my guess. There'd probably be a little bit of overlap, but still, I think Cicero would have his own unique powers, at least a few of them, for every single element.
Calden?
What?
Talk to me about the Sailheart. I'd like to know more about it.
12 years ago, I had just been promoted to skipper and had been given a home in the Tempered Tides. It wasn't a big place, but it was decent enough for a whole family, though I lived alone. One day, there was a loud rapping on my door. It was raining that evening, I remember, and I could hardly distinguish the knocks from the thunder. But I opened the door and found him, dressed in the gold of the Luca, standing before me, drenched in rain and blood. In his arms he carried a body, a young girl that had belonged to a mask runner his patrol had killed. He secretly broke away from them and brought her to the first house with lights, not even knowing if I would take them in. That child was Vint, the first of my 11. And so began what you know as the Sailheart.
Sounds like quite the hero. Who was this, from the Golden Guild?
Jaxus.
Jaxus Corvale, the songstress's brother.
Yes.
Sounds like more went on there. I have not heard the entirety of that story. So what I'm guessing is he becomes friends with Jaxus. He meets the sister.
So the storm begins.
Oh shit. Here we go. Oh my god, there's a lot of thugs here. These guys are living the thug life. I'm assuming they're all gonna be weak. Oh, there's Vint! Vint is the kid! Obviously grown up now. The kid that he was just talking about. The first one that he took in as an orphanage. This must be his place. The Sailheart. So what I'm guessing is he becomes friends with this Jaxus guy because he takes a kid in, meets his sister, they have a romantic thing that goes on for a while, and that's part of why he's connected to her. Oh, there's more thugs back here too?! Hashtag thug life. Alright, let's bust some shit out. What can he do that's awesome? Alright, let's put down the Sorrel's ward. And I'm gonna put down some of these guys. And I'm gonna come over here, start kicking some ass. Put my... Oh, I don't need to Creed right now. He's got the ward down. Oh, the ward moves with him. That's fucking cool. Let's put my Tinder Wisps out. Oh god, they're coming from everywhere. Let's Creed some fuckers. Alright, everybody's got... Oh, these guys are pretty weak. Oh, they're real weak. Real weak. Let's put the Atmos ring out. I want to see if these guys can kill this thing by themselves. No, they didn't have enough time. He just killed it with his base attack.
It's me.
Oh, thank the ages, Cal.
What happened?
Those men, they must have followed the songstress. I think they were thinking of robbing her, but when they saw the Sailheart...
As long as you're safe.
I'm fine.
You mentioned a songstress.
She's left. I'm sorry. She sounded as if she knew you. Once she came in, we couldn't stop her.
Tides.
Got a skill point. So, interesting to note that Vint, apparently, the child that he took in, is a Masquerada now. She's a fucking Earth... She's an Earth brand. Because A, she's wearing a mask, and B, she obviously cast that, like, ring of stones up to protect herself outside. So, wonder how she got a masquerine. Another mask just found randomly. Max, it says. I guess it's a little doghouse. We just wrecked those thugs. Thug wreckers. That's what we are. I don't think I'm going to spend that 1 point on anybody. I think I'm going to save up, because I think everybody needs to buy 2-point abilities now. I mean, I have things I could spend the 1 point on. In theory, I could upgrade this. Actually, that's kind of good. I'll buy that. I had it before I respect. With him, the only 1 point thing I could buy would be this. It's not bad, actually. I'll take it. Maybe I will just take a 1 point upgrade for everybody. can take... Ooh, air tag on Bello. There's a dog down the street. Is there? Oh yeah, there is a dog right there. Sailheart. Orphanages in Umbra are uncommon, and I'd personally never stepped into one prior to entering the Sailheart. In the city, it is hard enough to take care of oneself. Taking care of children that aren't even related by blood seems almost masochistic. I have one part admiration and one part pity for those who would willingly subject themselves to caring for such an establishment. They should be respected for the warmth of their hearts, but I cannot bring myself to say that such a choice is a wise one in the city. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Cicero. I think you're wrong. Is that Cal's friend? This must be one of the orphans. This looks like a nice place. Going upstairs. I don't care. I'm not going upstairs.
Please,
I like Calden.
Please.
Calden, what are you searching for?
Tides, where is it?
Calden!
It's gone.
Please, Calden.
No!
Calden smash! What's wrong, buddy? What are you looking for?
What were you looking for?
My journal.
She took it?
She must have. It's not here.
And you're worried about a journal?
This way.
Alright. What is up with this journal? Must be some important stuff in there. Second floor. That's pretty cool. The light coming in through a window, and you can see the shadow of the like bars in the window or whatever. The Journal of Scandal. Yeah, apparently.
What is this?
That key looks extremely small in his giant hand.
By the ages. Whose is this?
No one's. Not anymore.
Whose was this? People have some big fucking rooms in this world. Real estate must not really be at a premium in this city. They must have a vast area.
Armor of the Luca.
Jaxus.
This was his room.
It was... ours.
Calden. Songs unsung.
Now you understand.
I'm afraid I do.
Oh.
I don't know.
All right.
He didn't have a...
Close the doors behind you.
Calden, wait.
He didn't have a romantic relationship with Jaxus' sister. He had a romantic relationship with Jaxus himself. Alright. Well, that I wasn't expecting. But that's cool. That is cool. So Calden, that's an important piece of information about him. Telios. In Umbra, legacies define the value of life. Familial branches are cultivated with care, and offspring are more than simply responsibilities. They are vessels through which a person's legacy survives. Those whose inclinations lead them away from the typical course of bearing children are labeled talios. Talios. Blights upon legacies, whose lack of proclivity towards growing the branches of a family tree earn them the contempt of society. Well, that's fucked up. So anybody that doesn't want to have kids, whether they're gay or just don't want to have kids or whatever, it gets branded with a fucking slur name and people hate them for it. That sucks. So it's not exactly an enlightened society. Well, fuck you guys. Hashtag Talio Pride. Alright, Kaldan Azris. The 10th thing about him. So the truth has come to light. Jaxus Corvale, brother of the songstress Orlana, had been involved with Kaldan, it seems. They loved each other. That much is clear from what I've observed. And so he is Talios. The first I've known personally. Impersonally, I might have heard rumors about some of my past acquaintances, but that was all hearsay. This is real. If I were to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how to feel about this. For a while, I'd thought his secret had a nefarious element to it, and then I began to think it might have something to do with the investigation. But this... I wasn't expecting this. Ages. What do I say to him? I have nothing against him. What he does with his personal affairs is his business, not mine. Preferably, his personal business stays with him. Letting it bleed into the investigation would not be wise or professional, but... I should look forward. This can be ignored. These are his affairs, and they should stay that way. Nothing needs to change. Yeah, exactly. It's none of Cicero's business. We've unlocked almost half of the things about Kaldan. I feel like Kaldan and Amadea are the main characters. The main companion characters, as the game, narratively speaking. And Tiziana and Vasco are more side characters. But I could be wrong. I mean, we'll see how things shake out with all these characters going forward. But so far, it feels like Kaldan and Amadea have more narrative weight and more importance to their relationship to the protagonist and so forth. There's a lot of purples in here.
The sunset. What a view.
Oh, they're small.
A tattoo kit?
So he does tattoos as well? Ooh, I'm fucking being a dickbag and reading his personal love letters. What a dick move. Still, I'm gonna read it. Hey Cal, I know, you told me to stop writing, but don't worry. You know I can be quiet when I need to. Like a child, or a small bird, or a... whatever, you get it. And the messenger that's delivering this knows better than to stick his nose where it don't belong. Luca are like that, yeah. Except me, of course. Anyway, I want to talk to you about something when I get back. This is a primer, so brace yourself. I love you. There. I wanted to get that out of the way. I don't know if you know this, but as of my writing this letter, I've been away from you and Vent for 26 days, and it's made me realize something. I am nothing without you. Except handsome. So I want you to think about something, and I know it scares you. It's called the future. You, me, Vent, maybe one or two more. A dog, maybe. In case I'm not being clear enough, since you can sometimes be a little dense, and I mean that in the most endearing way, I want to stay with you, live with you, love with you. Does that make sense? I don't know. All I know is that you are the best thing that's happened to me, and I'm not saying that just because life is bad out here. I'm saying that because I mean it, with all my heart, and I cannot wait another day to let you know that. So think about it, alright? Love, Jax. So that would be the letter that basically began their relationship. Pretty private shit. Probably shouldn't have been reading that, but, you know. Look, I know it's an asshole thing for me to read your personal love letters, but in my defense, I am an RPG protagonist. In my defense. Alright, I don't know what's gonna happen when we go to this next circle right here, but we will find out in our next episode. That's gonna do it for now. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Masquerada, Songs and Shadows.